Hey guys, welcome back to the Code Bakery. This is the final part of the Java project series, Wardrobe Selector. In this video, we're going to be making what we've written so far a little easier for us to use on a day-to-day basis. If you remember the previous video, we had to rewrite the method add shirts, add pants, and add shoes every single time we wanted to add a new clothing article on test.java. If we try to add a lot more clothes, you can imagine how tedious it'll be. So an easier way that we can add clothes to our wardrobe selector object is by reading clothes from a .txt file. So to start, if we go to ws.java, we're going to import a new package. We're going to write import java.io. And now let's get into how we can read information from a txt file. So I'm going to write a new method, public void read from text file. And to read from a text file, you need to use a class called the scanner class. And the scanner class is included inside of the util package that we imported up here. So scanner reader is equal to new scanner. And when you instantiate the scanner class, you need to give an argument of a file. So you're going to say new file and the name of the file that you want to read information from. So close.txt. So to reiterate what I just said, we're making a scanner class which reads information from a text file. The scanner class reads information from a file with the name of close.txt. But when you write scanner classes, you need to be careful of something called a file not found exception. File not found exception occurs when you give the name of a file that you currently don't have. So if I say didn't make this file .txt, then I'll get a file not found exception because I haven't made that file yet. So the way that you can go around this error is by using something called a try-catch statement. A try-catch statement is kind of like what it sounds. You ask Java to try whatever is inside of the try statement, and then if it catches a certain error, so a file not found exception, then you can do something instead of Java giving you that error. So in this case, we're just going to return because we don't want anything to happen. So now I'll go over what our text file looks like. So close.txt is something that I made before this video, and it looks something like this. When you make your own text file, you want yours to look something like mine. Basically, you want it to group each of your different types of clothes together and have the type of clothes that they are at the top. So for example, I have all of my shoes together, and I've written shoes at the top of that group. I have all of my shirts together, and I've written shirts at the top of that group. And same for pants. So I'll get into why I've structured my text file like this in a bit. If we go back to ws.java, we're going to try to read information from close.txt. So we'll do while reader.hasNext. And this is basically a while loop that just loops through all the strings inside of close.txt. So while, and then we're going to read the strings that are inside of close.txt by writing string current is equal to reader.next. And reader.next basically gives the next string that we haven't read yet. So when we first call reader.next, we'll get shoes. Then the next call of reader.next will return running shoes, and then running shoes 2, dress shoes, and so on. So having written that, let's think about how our wardrobe selector class can actually know which one of these three methods to use. Because the wardrobe selector class, when reading from a text file, currently doesn't know whether it's reading a shoe, a pants, or a shirt. So the way that we can do that is by storing another variable called type, which stores the current group that we're on, which is why we wrote the Closeout Txt like this in groups. Because when it first reads shoes, it knows that it's looking at shoes next. And then when it reads shirts, it knows that it's going to read shirts, and then same with pants. So what we can have is another if statement that checks if current is equal to a new group of clothes. So if current is equal to shoes, or current dot equals shirts, or current dot equals pants. Then we can set type equal to current. So now we have a way to check what type of clothes we're currently looking at. And then if we do an else statement, we can now, using that information, knowing what type of clothes we're currently looking at, we can call upon their respective function. So for example, if we're currently looking at the type pants, then we can call add pants. And if we're looking at a shirt currently, then we can call add shirts. So inside of our else statement, we can check to see if type equals pants, then add pants current. And then we can also check if it's a shirt, else if type equals shirts, then add shirts. And lastly, else if type equals shoes, add shoes. So this is basically all we need to write. This whole function here reads information from close.txt and adds all of the clothes that we have inside of close.txt inside of their respective array list. So all we need to do now is compile this file, go to test.java, and now we can just comment all of this. And instead, we can just write testing.read from text file and call testing.combos and run this. And as you can see, without having to write out testing.add shoes, testing.add pants, testing.add shirts every single time, all we have to do now is go into close.txt and just write in the type of clothes and what clothes you have of that respective group inside of close.txt to get all of our combinations. So that's going to be it for this project. If you guys have any questions, comment them down below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more coding content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.